Hi, welcome to the second video of the three that make up this little series from last year when I was contemplating giving up sailing and the reasons that I ended up carrying on sailing. Hope you enjoy this video and perhaps some of it will resonate with you. Thanks for having a look. So we're popping off in the dinghy. Boat's back there, that's where we come in. That's where we're going to head. What do you reckon? A nice... not sterling. Probably a sterling. Could be an East Anglia with a bit of boat. No idea. Nice boat though. That's where we went up last night to the pub. The houses and now the rest is just beautiful. Long lifeboat. Fascinating. The funnel and everything. Rudder. just thought it was so nice, we'd try and see what it was like without the engine on. Ah, and it is nice. Ironically, you can hear road noise. There must be a big road close by. But it is lovely. So yeah, so I've got the oars in and we'll trundle slowly back with tide. Can't see the bottom here, but you can see the bottom when it gets shallows to probably less than a metre. Cool. That'll make a move. Don't end up sat here on the mud. That won't be good. Oh well, there's some birds over there. I think they're egrets, are they? Again, all signs of man-made activity. Oh, there's kind of a little quay there. Right. Let's pull back. Must be a trout. Don't know, but it's troutish to me. Well, it's quite amazing. I'm sat in the dinghy and I don't think I'm actually moving. I've got my foot lined up with a tree and I'm just, oh, it's so tiny. It's amazing. A little bit of perfection. Shame about the noise of the road and the motorbikes, but let's just cut those out. Can't help but think Mordor is encroaching. Let's see if I can give you a show around. At very slow speed is us drifting with the tide. It's definitely just turned. Won't be getting off the mooring now. I guess we'll be going later then. I think the bubbles are winning the race just. Maybe I should put the outboard in the water, we'd go faster. Like without the outboard on. Less air resistance. line, that fine line seems to be... Look, is he coming? Look, watch those bubbles there, look. They come in. It's a bigger bubble. It's still floating the leaf on the surface. And it just stops. Isn't that amazing? So we're going to paddle just over there a little bit. More bubbles, I'm afraid. This was some stills I took to try and show what I found fascinating. And you can see that distinct line where the dinghy had come to sort of rest. Yeah, the bubbles were flowing into it and then stopping. There was even some little ripples on the water. I suppose what I find fascinating is the fact that if that's happening on such a small scale in a little river, then how on earth does it happen at sea with bigger tides and more water? And then that was my little track from zooming up and drifting back, and it was quite pleasant, really. Having spent the morning popping up the river and enjoying my little trip, it was time to head back down the river and out to sea. Because I'd mixed up the tides a little bit, I needed to leave early to get over the shallows just at the entrance, which are really quite shallow and definitely need consideration. While I was anchored, there was a procession of boats that went out to mark the death in 2014 of a young photography student who had perished whilst at home during the Christmas period to go and take photos of stormy seas. So that was very sad to see. Perhaps it helps the parents face what they've had to face, and yeah, sad. Well, it was time to pull up the anchor and head off round those headlands off to Dartmouth. And as you can see from the forecast or from the radar, so just leaving Wembley Bay, not much breeze but a little, and heading for Dartmouth. So it's about 4 o'clock now, yeah, 20 past, and it is a bit rainy, but that's the view. So we'll update you as well. Hi, thanks for watching my dad's video. He tells me that if you like and subscribe, he'll give me treats. So thank you. So if you saw the previous video, that's where I went swimming in the rather scary big rock pool. Yeah, and with the lovely sculptured rocks. And these are the headlands of Bolt Head, Gammon Head and Star Point that we're heading round. And my plan and my route to head on round them. As we were off the entrance to Salcombe, Medallia came sailing along, and I found out later that it was actually Pit Pair on board single handing, and she was heading off out into the Atlantic for a last training trip. But I'll tell you about that, and now I found out that information in a future video that follows on after these. I did think about heading into Salcombe actually, rather than Dartmouth, but with the forecast winds of, sort of 4s, 5s, what I was worried about was it being more round to the southwest and getting back out of Salcombe, especially if the wind increased a little bit. So I did carry on to Dartmouth. After Medallia strode off into the distance, my next point was to clear Start Point with its lighthouse. It was opened in 1836 and was designed by James Walker, don't know who he is. Was actually automated in 1991. So yeah, Start Point Lighthouse.
Well, just coming around sort of start points, and obviously the wind is absolutely on the nose now, pretty much. Less popple, so we're going on a bit nicer, 6 knots. Atomic knots boat speed, nearly 17 knots apparent. Boat speed, I've got the boat speed, like I could wind like a little bit more and get 6 knots out, but I haven't actually, we've got plenty, we've got enough fuel to get in, but I just don't want to push my luck with it, so we'll just stick with that. We've got time, and the tide's with us. It's going to be dark when we get in, whatever, so yeah, so black. It's quite interesting really, like literally 200 revs difference, and we'd probably be doing 6 knots, 5.8, something like that, into this. The sea's gone down a bit, so that's really 5 knots, that's good. A lot of tide, making progress. I sort of feel like I actually need to apologise because I'm eating lamb. Which doesn't get that old before it is not a lamb anymore. But it's what was in the shop, and it was more expensive, so that's what we're going for. Food to go. Oh, peckish. Yeah, smells good. Tastes good. Oh, excellent. With rain. How's that, boy? There we are. So that's on there. So now we can start thinking about heading to the entrance to Dartmouth. Same throttle setting, why? That's what we're doing through the water. And that's what we're doing with the ground. We're just about to enter Dartmouth. So we're going to go up to in here, and get the mainsail down. Fingers pretty ready to go. And yeah, see how it goes. It was fair to say it wasn't much of a sail, but we got into Dartmouth about 9:30 in the evening, and yeah, it was an interesting little passage with the things to see, rain to dodge, and food to eat, and the satisfaction of a nice safe anchorage, ready to explore the next day. Next time on Boat Mad, we take a trip up the Dart to Totnes. We dodge ships in the channel
and have an absolutely cracking sail across the channel. Hopefully we'll thanks so much for watching my video, it really means a lot to me. So hopefully I'll see you with the next one. Take care. Hi, thanks for watching my dad's video. He tells me that if you like and subscribe, he'll give me treats. So thank you.